And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
Let's go, baby.
I
can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
52. Middle.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. I got you. I got you.
Now Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Slam, slam, slam.
You draw quarters. 56, 56.
38, Mike 38, Mike 38. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go.
Protein spill.
Now Warner. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First down, Rams.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Watch the backer,
Snap.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Warner, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Warner going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A play fake. Now Warner. This is brought in by Hardy. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. On first down, Dickerson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd down, Warner. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To throw, Warner. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get Allen hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's bring it.
On play action, Allen. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 23.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
SOS.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
Stop.
Now Allen to throw. To throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Mark 38. Mark 38.
Watch the slant. Check.
What's up?
Wide. Get wide.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 3-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Corner from the gun, and it's incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
5.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Out of the gun, here's Warner. He's going to let this one go deep. It got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 43. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to... Second and 4.
Hey, that's big time. That's big time.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Hey, Zoo.
Here's Warner. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
43-19.
I got you, son. I got you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen, rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Shoot. Alert. Hey, wahoo.
I'm here all day.
Gun.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the eye.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready?
34. Scoop, scoop, scoop.
On 2nd down, Warner. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hey.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. 34's the Mike, 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check him, check him.
On 3rd down, Warner. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, Hardy. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down.
Hey, Charlie. Shoot.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34. Mike 34. Let's go, Heavy.
Protein spill.
What you got, Heavy?
Operating from the gun. Warner. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
First down, Rams.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Okay, break.
Mike 57. No chance. Check. Check. Check.
Now.
On first down, Dickerson. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go. 50. Plant.
Mike 34. Hey, get in the weight room.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Get it.
Play action. It's Warner. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18.
Weapons. 60 outlaw. Hey, let go.
34's a Mike. He's coming. Check him. Check him.
Let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Switch gears. Switch gears.
Let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
There we go. Nice move.
A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.